Hello. Numa282 here, and welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a bit, and even though I don't have like a huge following or anything, I do have a good few people that regularly watch my stuff, and I want to give some kind of an explanation to those people. Also, I did write this out as a script, so if you do see me reading, that's what it is. I am reading this from a script because I wanted to make sure I got my thoughts fully in. Now, I haven't consistently uploaded since early February, minus 2 uploads in March, one of which was just a backlogged Alan Wake video, and the other was a short first impressions review of Dragon's Dogma 2. Here's why. Last year, after a long series of tests, scans, and biopsies, my doctors found something kind of seriously wrong. I won't go into detail on what it was because, frankly, it's nobody's business but my own and my family's, but we can just say it was some rough stuff. So after we figured out what it was, and after another long process of fighting with my insurance and eventually having to change insurances, I was scheduled for a pretty scary surgery in late February. That affected me more than I had thought it would. I've had some scary stuff happen in my life and even a couple close calls, but due to the area they were working on and the depth they may have needed to go, this one really shook me. So, obviously, the surgery went decently enough as I am here, alive, and talking with all of my faculties in order. But I still had to get through the recovery process, which was no joke. I fought through that, which I cannot emphasize enough, was an actual nightmare. But just as I was kind of nearing what we had initially thought the end of my estimated recovery period was, I got a post-op infection, and that sucked ass. It brought a lot of my progress to a screeching halt, and I had to get onto a new regimen of several meds, which continued to mess my body up, as a lot of people know antibiotics and steroids and whatnot can do. Yeah, that was not great. But as of a few days ago, I had my final post-op follow-up with my amazing surgeon slash specialist slash doctor, and I've made really good progress. I'm still not at the place he would like me to be yet, as there is still a decent amount of swelling and bleeding in the non-disclosed area. But he has me on a much less intense med schedule, and I'm not expected back at the specialist until I have any concerns myself or things randomly take a turn for the worse. Knock on wood that they don't. So all that to say is I promise I wasn't just being lazy and not recording. I just couldn't really be on camera for a while. And there was a mental toll that took, a lot of that. But I am planning to try and jump back in and finish Alan Wake 2, which has taken me far too long. But again, I feel somewhat justified in my hiatus for both the physical and, frankly, emotional toll. Things might start to change on this channel, however. So, as much as I love playing through games on here, holy moly, is it taxing at times. Ellen Rose actually somewhat recently did a video on why she will no longer be doing Let's Play series on her channel, and a lot of her points were quite relatable, at least to me. So go give her video a watch. I'll probably put it somewhere on the screen and in my description below. Her biggest reason, though, that I truly felt deep in my core was how it's not just playing a game. And that cannot be more true. I find myself having to explain to my friends who don't do any kind of content creation that I can't just sit down and play. It's a whole thing. I have to make sure I look somewhat presentable, which, like today, my Brittany Broski merch came in. Broski Nation for life. But yeah, so I have to make sure I look somewhat presentable, make sure my camera's set up and good, do audio tests, which literally, as I was getting ready for this video, I had to fight with OBS. And I even wrote here, make sure my lighting is just right, and make sure OBS has all of its 1,000 new updates installed that come in every day, it feels like. Then I have to make sure I turn on some kind of personality for you guys. I try to keep my videos as authentic as possible, but obviously I bring my most reactive self to the table, otherwise it'd be boring as hell. So, I mean, when you watch a video, a let's play, a reaction, anything, I can almost 100% guarantee you that the YouTuber you're watching does not act like that throughout their entire life. They do turn it up for the camera, and a lot of them have said that. You have to. It just makes the most sense. So yeah, after many talks with my wonderful editor, I've decided that after I wrap up Alan Wake 2, I will be moving away from these 20 to 50 part video game Let's Plays. Now, I'm nowhere near done with video game content. On the contrary, I'd like to have even more and a bigger variety. I still plan to do my first impressions reviews and many more tier lists, which will be both video game themed and other media, movies, TV shows, books, whatever, comics. But the biggest change is that I will be trying my hand at more long-form video essay style playthroughs. So this means instead of sitting down and recording 30 to 40 separate Let's Play videos at about 35 to 45 minutes long apiece, I'll be sitting down and playing games still being recorded and with a webcam on, but after I finish the game, I'll review my notes, write myself a script, and record my thoughts, and probably final reviews. I do love reviewing. And then my, once again, amazing editor, Andrew, will super cut it all together, pull the best parts from the best reactions and moments that complement to the script that I wrote, or clips from the gameplay that kind of play hand in hand with a point I'm bringing up about graphics or control style. He'll super cut those all together into a nice hour and a half to 2 hour long video recapping the entire game. Think something closer to creators like Your Favorite Son, List the Last, Mert KK, and so many others. It's gonna help flex my creative muscles more. I also want to dive deeper and make more content surrounding my own hyperfixations outside of just this video game stuff. There's quite a few things that I know way too much about, and yeah, it'll probably be niche content that most people won't love, but I love it, so yeah. It's my channel. Get ready to see more stuff about the stuff I am or have been obsessed with. Again, I have so much knowledge and know so much lore for things like Power Rangers, Digimon, Harry Potter, Cardcaptor Sakura, Charmed, and good God, so much more. Another thing I have found is I have found the love and beauty of DMing tabletop RPGs like D&D and Kids on Brooms and Kids on Bikes, or whichever one you prefer. And I think I might record a campaign or two. The one I'm currently working on is a homebrew of Kids on Brooms, on a topic I know an immense amount about, and it's lore, so it'll be very easy for me to improv really anything and have it still stay canon accurate. This campaign probably won't be recorded, but it has helped me kind of love my format or help me find my love of this format of game and the true dedication that it takes and creative liberties you have as a homebrew DM. It's a Hogwarts campaign. I grew up a Harry Potter kid. I read all the books, I watched all the movies, played all the games, and absorbed any and all content I could growing up. Frankly, it shaped part of who I am, and it weirdly helped that bullied little kid come to terms with being different, i.e., my queerness and individualism, in my small, mostly closed-minded farm town that I grew up in. Northern Ohio, super fun. That being said, as much as in some cases I can separate the art from the artist, I don't know how comfortable I am giving a platform to an IP that is still owned and managed by the creator, who is as bigoted, hateful, and ignorant as this one is. I know how heartbreaking it was for a lot of queer people, including myself, when the transphobic views of this writer came to light. So I don't know if I will be recording or highlighting anything from specifically this campaign. Now that could change. I'm still immensely proud of the work I put into this, including my many homebrew rules and mechanics that I did build from scratch, or that I borrowed from things like Dimension 20 and built on top of. And the other thing is, I have always said that the best content regarding the Wizarding world was the stuff made using the IP, but not from the writer. So again, I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet. Now, my next campaign, I do plan to record a la Dimension 20 style. It'll be a D&D homebrew, so not Kids on Brooms. This will be full D&D. And it'll take place in Angel Grove, with my cast of players taking on the roles of some teenagers with attitude. It's going to be a Power Rangers campaign. And that's another thing I know so much about. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go straight Mighty Morphin, if I'm going to craft my own Power Ranger team and go from there. I don't know yet. I haven't thought that far. I've really just thought more about the homebrew classes or multi-classes that I'll be doing. I'm going to be borrowing the downtime mechanic that Brennan Lee Mulligan uses in Dimension 20's current season of Fantasy High. Go watch it. Oh my god, if you don't have a Dropout subscription, what are you doing with your life? But I'm very excited for that. But I need to wrap up my Hogwarts one. You can actually see I have a lot of crap in my office right now. I'm making spell cards, potion cards, item cards, recipe cards. I made class schedules. I'm doing so much with that, and I'm so focused. It's gonna be my first campaign that I'm running. It's an all-girls campaign. I am very excited for that. And I'll be doing multiple instances of it. So there is a chance that will get recorded. But I can almost be positive that my Power Rangers campaign will be recorded, because I fucking love Power Rangers, guys. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for now. Like I said, you can expect me wrapping up Alan Wake 2, hopefully in the near future, but I'll also be doing tier lists and reviews as well. I know I covered a lot, but please let me know what you guys think of this direction. Would you be interested in seeing some of my D&D stuff? Wow, I can't talk. Would you be interested in seeing some of my D&D stuff? Would you want me to post the Harry Potter stuff? Is that something that, we want? I avoided posting, Hogwarts Legacy and stuff, even though I did love the, developers of it, and I liked their direction they took, and I did love the game. Hate to say it, I love the game. But again, I don't know how I feel about giving a platform to that IP because of its many issues. But let me know if you guys don't care, or you guys think that, with it being something more independent, and especially because I wouldn't make any money from it. And nobody else would. So, it's just kind of that idea. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about the changing content. Do you guys absolutely just despise everything else that I do and only want me to do Let's Plays? That can't be true. The views on the Let's Plays are never great. So, so just comment or message me or whatever. I'm on everything. I truly want to hear from y'all. Even if it's not a lot of people, I do want to hear from those that do actually care and watch my content. But thank you guys so much for watching the video and putting up with my inconsistent schedule while I went through this rough time in my life. Feel free to check out my Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called, my TikTok, and my Instagram, which are all linked in the description below. Also, I have put a link invite to my Discord channel down there, so feel free to hop in and join the 282. But yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye! I'm happy to be back. Scared, but less scared than I was before the surgery, I'll tell you that much.